All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be fielded on the back line of the end.
Let's go! Dirty base. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Yo, faster. Watch the run. 53's the mark.
Throwing, Jones. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. Able to find Isabella. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Bravo.
Throwing on first down, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. No.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Back. Check 43.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you guys going to come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want to offer mine. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now Saquon Barkley, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, you only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Ready. 3, Mike, 3. Combo. Here it comes. Check. You draw quarter. Check 3.
On 1st down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You got tight right there. Check. Crunch.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready. 30 base. We go. Check 52.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taking on the midfield logo. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm coming after you. Switch. Check, look at me. Score. Ready.
A 1st down carry for Smith. He's back to 1st down here inside the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 60 or. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 3, check 3. Leo. Check 50. Chef. Hey, watch this. Speed grip.
They keep it with Smith on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He's checking his chin.
On second down, here's Smith. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
That result really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's ours. Go.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He's going to look deep down the field, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Roll out. Kill. 25. Check 20. Go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off play action, Lawrence. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
It's fielded at the 45. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Flush to his right. That is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Jones on 3rd down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. Jones now on 1st down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Tight go. Any weapon. Hey, Echo. Slam. Go.
To throw on third down. Lawrence. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour.
Incomplete. It's now fourth down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. From the gun, Lawrence. That's into the hands of Reynolds. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, Charlie. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. He's cracked. Hey, lock it. Check it, crack. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. When you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Back to throw. Lawrence. It's caught. Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
61, match box.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shit. Fire.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. On fourth down, Lawrence. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They come out here in the I. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and sneak it here. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. This is third and goal. Now, this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Now, this time he'll look to throw. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter, and the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A gain there of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Let's put that team on the button.
Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. Jones. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready, break.
53, Mike.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Barkley. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Leo. Rock it. Check. You're out.
Under 10.
2.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 14-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Barkley. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That ball complete to Isabella. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Barkley unable to get away on the 1st down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. This is Barkley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And Ingram holds it in. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Protein spill.
And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Topper! Tighten up. Come. Set, go. Clear.
Let's go.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Hey! Time to go, night, night. Mike, 53. 50. Look at me, zipper. Double dog, that's the way. Ready to go. Cut. Ready.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. X3, 218, chop it. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hard, hard. Guard. Whip. Watch the whip. Get it.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Shit. Pilot, 64, weak. He's coming. We got double up. Watch the safety creep. Joker. Shoot.
On 2nd down now. It's Smith, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
It's now 3rd and 9.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd.
Safety screaming. Kill.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Hey, let's get there. Swing.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
You better talk to your boy. Protect him.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Giants, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a potentially